But this is a person who often keeps a lot of their feelings to themselves. This is a person who is, they're going to honor your feelings for one thing. They're going to look at how you feel. This person's going to be kind and compassionate and very nurturing. Yeah, this is someone who's going to ask you out. They've been kind of holding back. They're not quite ready. They're kind of gone within. They don't have to be a Pisces. They could be anything, okay? It's just their energy. What else do the viewers need to know? Yeah, we have a Taurus energy. This is someone kind of letting go of control, but they're going to take what they're doing is letting go of control here. Don't try to control this person. They'll decide when they're ready. See, they're not quite ready. They're getting ready, though. They're kind of exploring their feelings. There's definitely interest. There's feelings here. But right now, they're just keeping it in. But what they're doing is actually trying to figure out how you feel. Okay, because it is a caring and nurturing energy. So there's a reason why this person's kind of holding back. So nice energy. Yeah, they're let go of control, and they're going to do that too. See, they're just kind of going to let it go and see what happens. Yeah, they're thinking it through. See, thinking it through. Little Gemini energy as well. Could be a little indecision, but it's good. It's somebody who kind of holds back and thinks it through because they want to make sure when they make a move and they come in and ask you out that they're ready for it. Are you ready? This is someone pushing through insecurity, a little Cancer energy. This is someone just kind of looking at their feelings. They're going very deep within their emotions. This is, again, a person who kind of holds it in. See, they're going to push through those insecurities, but they're thinking it through first. You know, they're trying to be wise. And we have a little Leo energy. So this is someone lightening up. So they could be just lightening the load here a little bit too. See, their emotions. So this is somebody here with pride. They will take action when they're ready. So nice. It's an energy of things clearing up. Some Sagittarius energy for some of you. This is a person who, they don't have to be a Sag. Remember that. Don't dwell on those. It's energy, okay? And moon energy. This is someone who sees the bigger picture. So the reason why they're thinking it through is they want to make sure you're right for them, that they're doing the right thing. Because you can have feelings for someone and still not be the right person. So it's actually a good thing, okay, when somebody does that. Always, it's an energy of someone they'll let you know when they're ready. Yeah, so it's a little holding back. Let's pull out a couple more. A little more Taurus energy. Yeah, they're detoxifying, healing, clearing things out. Okay, maybe getting healthier emotionally, mentally, physically. But they're detoxing. And often with the Taurus, it's somebody who likes good food. They take care of themselves. Somebody who is very home-oriented. So they could be just clearing things up, clearing things out. Yeah, they could be detoxifying in some way. But it's also an energy of somebody who's probably had an unhealthy relationship for a pattern, a habit of rushing into things, not thinking it through, and then losing control and backing out and ended up hurting somebody. This is a little Capricorn energy here. So this is somebody unleashing their kindest self. So this is somebody being, kind and compassionate. Yeah, this is somebody going to be very caring and nurturing. And they want to make sure they're giving this to the right person as well. They may see you that way. Yeah, now we have speak the world into being. This person will reach out. They speak. They want to speak. They'll speak face to face. So there's going to be, when this person's ready, they're going to reach out. Don't try to control it. Just let it be. If they don't decide not to come in, they may feel maybe they're not right for you. It's not always somebody it's often the other way around. It's often people who are kind and compassionate. They care, but sometimes they're not falling in love, or they aren't sure of their feelings, or if you're just right. So it's often someone who just doesn't want to hurt somebody. We always have to remember that. People often know themselves, especially the older they get. So let's have a look at the first quarter moon. Yeah, so I do see letting go of control. They could be letting go of other options, clearing out their cell phone, making sure all these people that they've dated are now, you know, it's an energy of moving on. But they are somebody, possibly a friend of a friend, or in your social circle. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely will reach out, but they're thinking it through. Yeah, they're not sure if you'll feel the same either. This is the thing, you know, they're not ready to even ask those questions. Let's have a look here. Yeah, this is definitely someone single. So it could be someone who's been single for a while. It could be someone even isn't sure you're single for some of you in the social circle, where they might reach out through another friend or a friend of a friend here. But you see there's two single people here. So it's often someone just making sure that you're single, completely single, that you're not seeing anyone else, or they're clearing things up. Could be someone who's dating a couple people and they're just not sure. So everyone has their own path, their own choices, but it's definitely an energy of someone who, it's definitely a person who likes attention. But I feel like they want, it's more like whether you are interested, whether you're going to reciprocate. So it has to also do with time, energy. You know, it's just a person I feel they got people they're no longer talking to. It's an energy of them becoming completely single, possibly too, but you can flip it. Yeah. Let's have a look at the last quarter moon Leo energy, lighten up. Yeah, this is someone just being very calm. They're looking at a situation. See, they're taking their time. They're just assessing. That's the thinking it through, assessing the situation. If they reach out, will you reciprocate? This could be somebody who has been single a long time, focusing a lot on money, other things. Yeah, it's an energy of taking things kind of slow at this point. Full moon in Sagittarius. Someone who sees the bigger picture. See, that's definitely somebody who looks and thinks ahead, plans ahead. They see the bigger picture. If things don't work out, you know, or if they change their mind and back out. It's somebody who definitely doesn't want to be single. I can see that, but it looks like they've been single for some time here. Yeah. You know, it's taking things to the next level, see, making the right choices, the path they've been on. This is someone who's been on a path of focusing on their finances, I feel, too. It could be somebody who didn't have enough to give, only had enough for themselves, so they've been focused on their money, just holding back. They're assessing this, but it has to do with the two of you coming together. It's possible this is somebody who's come apart from someone. They could be newly single for some of you. Yeah, they are definitely someone who sees the bigger picture, see, taking it to the next level, wearing their heart on their sleeve, this is somebody just getting themselves out there again. I feel for a majority. They're just kind of getting ready, you know, and it's about approaching, taking it to the next level. Because this is somebody here who, if you try to control it and you try to take it to the next level too quickly, this is somebody who'll start to slow down. Okay, I don't think this is somebody who wants to rush, at least at this point. So, at the point where they reach out. Yeah. So, full moon in Taurus, detoxify. Yeah, they're clearing things up. You know, this is somebody who's probably had some relationships that weren't always the healthiest. There may have been a lot of lack of reciprocity, lack of feelings, emotions. Yeah, see, here for a good time, not a long time. So doesn't mean they're in that energy, but they're clearing out some. This person could have been dealing with someone younger, but it's habits, patterns, you know, it's an energy of growing up, leveling up. So some of you, they could be younger, single, playing the field, possibly, yeah. So there's the cup, unleashing that kind of self, being more generous. This is somebody who's ready to be more generous. So I feel when they do communicate, it'll be very positive, but still at this point, think it through, okay? Yourself too. This is also for the viewer. Thinking it through, whether this person is right for you or not too. Get caught up in la land. I feel they're quite charming, but yeah, I do see it's somebody here, their younger self, they see the bigger picture. This is someone, like I say, they know themselves. Yeah, they don't always, you know, they come in too fast and then they don't stick around. But I actually feel like you're about to get the cup here. See, a fresh new start, opportunity. Yeah, the tower's coming down. See that massive realization. This is someone who may have ended something with another person who was younger, or something didn't last for them. But to me, I feel it's someone who sees the bigger picture. They know themselves. When it's time to take it to the next level, they kind of disappear, run away, or back out. Yeah, so it's good that they're doing this. It's good that this person is holding back a bit. They're exploring their feelings. They're making sure. Yeah, see, there it is. Look at that, the Two of Cups. Two of Cups energy right here. It's about talking, communicating. See, they're holding back. They're not 100% sure. You see? But when this person's sure, they'll offer you the cup. In other words, you'll know. You'll know. And you'll know when they know. But it does look like they're going to reach out. They want to get something going. Yeah, tell me more about this. This is someone I feel who's clearing out their, probably clearing off their social media, their cell phone, letting go of some people they've been dating. But to me, it's just somebody getting out there. I do feel they're around you in some way. They be something to do. See, King of Cups, leveling up, you'll know. So it has to do with a house and a home. So this could be someone clearing things up. Their home. This person could have lived with other people, but I feel they're somewhere in your community. Yeah. Heart and home. Home is where the heart is for this person. So it has to do with them leveling up. It looks like they're going to. Yeah. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. Oops, big chunk. Six of Pentacles. There we go. Thank you. And we have child. Yeah, this could be someone whose children are still living at home. But I also see someone longing for love. They're definitely longing for love. And it is possible they still got family or children living at home. See, it's the Knight of Pentacles energy. See, a lot of focus on money, home. But it could be, it's often just an energy of, that childlike, see, and it could be themselves. This could be somebody who actually has a child here who's leaving home. It could happen sudden, but like I say, there's going to be some kind of tower, some kind of an epiphany. I feel like it's somebody, I don't know if they're still living with somebody or somebody they have a child with, but to me it looks like someone who longs for love. Yeah. They are definitely someone here. See the ship. Could be somebody, and if it is an older person where they feel the ship has sailed, so if you want children, this person's probably not too into that. But I feel for the most part, this is a person with the Ten of Pentacles, stability. So this person is stable. They definitely want stability. If they have children, they want to make sure everything's stable. If you want children, or if they have children or blended family, I see 3. Somebody here may want children, or they are with somebody who wants children, or they've been dating someone who's childlike. Yeah, I don't feel like it's so much as them, but it is somebody who definitely knows themselves. Yeah, they see the bigger picture. Yeah, Six of Wands. Yeah, they definitely want to communicate, but it's someone who's been there, done that. So if you have children or single parent and they're holding back, that's what they're looking at. Okay, but if they have children too, like I say, taking things to the next level, been there, done that. So it could go either way. It all depends on the children thing. But to me, it looks more like they're just longing for love. But they're taking things slow. A lot of focus on money. If there are children, they're focusing on their money, their home, their financial foundation. Someone who needs to be at home. There is a love of home. They could be even a bit of a homebody. Tell me about this Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, there's the ring. See, when it's time to commit, this person will commit when they're ready. So, but I feel it's just taking it slow. They're planning, they're preparing, they're looking into the future. They see the bigger picture, commitment. So often this is somebody, it could be someone who has a little bit of fear of commitment because they've been there, done that. They could literally freak out. But I feel it's, for some of you, I mean, it's just the absolute opposite here, where they're having this epiphany where they actually want to commit. They want, they need to make that commitment. And it's an energy of this person kind of pushing through fear a little bit here too. See the crossroads. I don't think you're going to be single much longer, but I don't think this is someone who'll rush to the altar super quick. They could, for some of you. I mean, it's a Six of Pentacles energy. Planning, preparing, coming in, movement. An energy of kind of being in a hurry. So this could be somebody who, also for some of you, someone who feels, they've never had children, maybe never been married, and this is something that they've decided that they want. Interesting. Yeah, and there's the Two of Cups. See, connecting. So it's basically a Two of Cups. See, they're wise. They're thinking it through. Now this person's feeling confident about making the right decision. So it has to do with truth. They see the truth. So, but I feel this is someone who, they're very wise. They've learned a lot. They probably dated some people, They've learned some things, especially if they've been in a marriage or relationship. But I think this is someone who's really seriously, just waiting till they're ready. Getting close, up close and personal, taking another look. You see? This is someone who wants to get close. They want to get close to you. But they're definitely taking a closer look, which has to do with that control. See, it's about taking charge. If they have young, teenager or kids still living at home, it's about getting everything in order. Maybe getting their house in order. But I'm not so sure. Definitely they're not all, this isn't all with people with children. It's more of a longing for love, stability. As someone who feels the ship has kind of sailed, maybe it's too late, but it's never too late, because I'm seeing this person kind of having this, they're going to take a risk. Rolling the dice, you see the Tower, sudden, they want this. So it's somebody who's starting to feel definitely more enthusiastic, but it does look like this is someone who's had an unhealthy relationship before. They're getting their house in order. If they've been eating wrong, maybe they need to clear their house up, clear things out. Maybe there's memorabilia, sentimental stuff there from a relationship. They're clearing it all out, but they're ready to take that risk. See, they're going to take a risk here. They're going to, like I say, it's an energy of someone feeling more enthusiastic. And once you start dating this person, the closer that you two get when you share feelings, and it's an energy of somebody who doesn't want to be vulnerable. Or they've been vulnerable before and somebody took advantage. So again, there's that element of cautious, but they're ready to take a risk. Yeah. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. Actually, I'm not going to use any more of these. I'm going to use something else, because I just find after a while it's not enough cards. Let's have a look at the Ace of Cups. Yeah, see, feeling a little confused, but yet they're going very deep within their feelings. King of Cups. See, it's about committing, putting the best foot forward, planting the seed, building a foundation. I think this person's clearing up their home, preparing. And while they're doing that, I feel they're, eating healthier, just detoxing, letting go of negative energy from past relationships, because they are someone who I feel has taken risks before. They generally know there's always a risk, but they're going to push through that fear. And that's what it actually said. Where did it say that? One of these cards. Was it right here? One of the cards actually said that on it, which was interesting because it's showing up here. Anyway, it's all about pushing through the fear. Taking a risk on love again, you see? Risking it all, their house, their home, there's things this person's thinking, but they're thinking commitment. If it's a person who's never been married, it's basically preparing themselves, making sure they have everything they need to be able to provide too. Yeah, it's also an energy of investing. See, being patient, investing emotionally, being vulnerable. Yeah, see, they're a little afraid of being vulnerable. So there's a risk. It could even be yourself feeling this way. Don't be afraid to flip the energy. But there it is, manifesting. A little bit of mirroring. But it looks like it's both of you. It's better to be invulnerable. All your deepest feelings, your secrets, sharing your innermost selves here. But it's somebody here who has all the tools. They have everything they need but love. And that's what they want, is they want a partner. They're also making sure that whoever it is brings something to the table as well. Because this is somebody who may have put out a lot of money, spent a lot of money, maybe they had children, or they just supported their partner, and their partner maybe wasn't the best partner. You just never know, right? But I feel this is definitely a person who wants love. Tell me more about the house with the King of Cups energy. Yeah, see, something stable. They want to make sure their partner's stable. They want security. They want a partner, someone who's there through thick and thin. So it looks like this is someone who's might have been with somebody, maybe had children with them. You know, maybe they're all grown up and gone, vice versa. But I feel it has to do with someone who's there long term through thick and thin. So it's an energy of being reliable and being financially stable. See, the house, the home, something long term. Oh, they're really thinking about it. Oh my goodness, yeah, it's there. I'm going to pull out a couple more cards here and we'll wrap this up. Yeah, they're manifesting. They're making sure they have everything they need. Okay, and that you're bringing something to the table too, because this is somebody who's, like I say, it almost looks like they've been taken advantage of, or they're making sure, you know, that they don't inadvertently even take advantage of someone else. They're preparing themselves, I feel, financially in a really big way. Yeah, I feel they have everything they need. It's just a matter of possibly even having the epiphany that they already do. Yeah, see, it's about being open emotionally, being open, see, being vulnerable. See, they're gaining some kind of clarity, but there's always a risk, right? There's always a risk of being open to somebody who manipulates or takes advantage or isn't interested for the right reasons. You know, this is somebody who really gets in their head. But what they really want is happiness. They know there's always a risk. But they're also feeling very enthusiastic. See, it's an energy of riding the wave, the highs, the lows. So this is somebody I feel who understands relationships. I also feel it's playful, youthful. See, being more playful, flirty, having more fun. So I feel they're going to reach out. They might flirt a little bit, but it's about being playful and having fun. So I see, you know, positive, happy communication coming in. Yeah, this is somebody who wants to move forward. They're ready for something new. They're ready to go down this path. So there's nothing but moving forward for this person now. I don't think there's going to be any going back. Yeah, look at that, because there's love. This is somebody who's possibly in denial that they have feelings too, for some, okay? But don't be in denial yourself if you feel somebody isn't falling in love, where they may just like you as a friend. They enjoy your company. You know, you have to always think about that. But I do feel there's love here. This is somebody who really is manifesting love. Yeah, see, it's trust issues. There is a risk. So there's some trust. It's being able to trust again. Some of you, it's yourself. But it's a lot to do with this person. Yeah, this is an energy of thriving. So this person's actually thriving. But it's about a thriving partnership. Two people doing it together here. And one more. And there we have community. Friends, family, soul family. So they are close. They are somewhere in your community. I don't see anyone at a distance here at this point. But it has to do with, I see beautiful transformation. Yeah, there could be relocation to another community possibly. But I feel this is someone, you know, maybe reaching out, talking to people. They're, you know, gathering up info, making sure you're single, trying to find out, having all the tools, making sure they have all the information. For those of you who might not, you might have an inkling there's someone interested, where you've checked each other out and looked at each other. They definitely want to get, you know, it's about getting up close and personal, taking a look here, taking a closer look. Somebody who wants to approach too. Make sure you're approachable, because sometimes people act like they want to be single when they're not. So it could be why someone's holding back. They're not really sure. So it's all what you're projecting too. So nice energy. But yeah, they're gathering up the tools. They're manifesting. And if you're the person manifesting this, okay, let this person know you're open. If you are giving off signals that you want to be single, because often the Nine of Pentacles is someone who actually wants to be single, or they give off that impression, but they like the attention, they like company. It's often an energy of someone who just likes to socialize, they like company. But I feel like if that's the case, this is somebody who sees you as very good company. I feel like you're in good company, most of you, with this person. Yeah. Yeah, manifesting. They have what they need. This is the epiphany. There's a risk. They always know there's a risk. Yeah, they're planning, preparing for the best, hoping for the best. There's definitely a spark, attraction, passionate new beginning. Yeah, ready to try something different. See, balancing head and heart too. King of Swords is there. Some sad. This is someone who could be free for a while, been playing the field. There's nobody their type. So this is somebody who possibly sees you as their type. Or like I say, it's time to try something different. To me, it's something that's just right. Yeah, community. Someone who fits with their family and their friends. Yeah, they're definitely head and heart energy. The balance. Somebody who does everything by their head. Thinking. Now they're going to follow their heart. So very nice. There you go. I wish you guys all the best. Stay positive. Get yourself out, for starters. There's a lot of message here about being out there. And I tell people this all the time. The Three of Cups isn't just people communicating about going out and doing things together. You have to actually make the effort to do it yourself. Don't be afraid to go alone. Don't be afraid to separate yourself from people around you when you're out so somebody can approach. Often somebody here wants to get closer, wants to check you out, but there's people around. They're not sure if you're 100% single. Okay? Because people don't know. A lot of people are, possibly a little shy, especially if they're just getting out there again. Yeah, but somebody's got their eye on you, and I wouldn't be surprised if you've both got your eye on each other. That's what I'm seeing here. But it's actually having a conversation. Some of you already have. You've already had a conversation, but it's about the bigger picture. See, this is somebody to figure out what makes them happy, figuring out what it is they want, what fulfills them emotionally. But it's also somebody holding back because at some point they may have been thinking, I don't know if I can make you happy, but it takes two people, that's the whole point of this energies of two right there on top of that. It's an energy just putting all the cards on the table, sharing your innermost selves. Yeah, this is someone stable, single. That's another thing, making sure you're both single. Yeah, someone who's emotionally stable too. I like that. So they're not somebody who can't control their emotions. It's possible somebody put on the brakes because they felt a little overwhelmed, and there we have the Pentacle. See, it's about being open to receive. Ace of Wands here too, but the Ring. So it's an energy of change. This is an energy of someone who could be a little afraid of change. But I feel it has to do with, there's a spark of passion. It has to do with choosing this path. They're about to choose this path. Beautiful. Yeah, someone who's ready for a fresh new start, made peace with their past. King of Pentacles, they are stable. So this is somebody who's been working, getting ready, planning, making sure they're ready. It's a person who wants to be able to provide, because it's all about, their happiness, but it's about being able to make someone else happy. Okay? So pretty interesting. Whoever this person is, they're thinking, some of you have had a date with this person, you've had a connection, I can see it. But when it's time to take it to the next level, they kind of freak out a little bit. Others of you, it's just a fear of change, of getting close, letting somebody in. I feel both of you. They're offering you a pentacle. There's the lady. Ace of Pentacles right there. Take care. Bye for now.